Who that, ayy? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that, ayy? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints where you ain't? Cause you can't, yeah. Who that say they gon' beat them Saints where you ain't? Cause you can't. These boys know what it is when you messing with the champ. And they ain't young jock, but you know it's going down. I ain't really talking flame, but I'm the hottest around. And they ain't worried about it, cause you know how it is when you get into that bag. You get into that bag when you chasing to that bag. You get into that bag when you run into that bag. You chasing to that bag when you get into that bag. You chasing to that bag, yeah. All I see is dollar signs, money on my mind. And I can't worry about you, I'ma spin till it's done. Work, hustle. Boy, you know I get it off the muscle. Why these boys stressing?
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Who Dat TV. I am your host, Dre Allen, and man, we went down last week against the Packers. Tough L, lost it really in the fourth quarter to be exact. Packers scored 18 unanswered points to give them a win over us, 18-17, which we will be talking about here shortly. But before we do, let me bring in my brother from another mother. Y'all know him, Jay Floyd.
Still big Who Dat. Still forever
Always.
LSU. We both coming,
Always.
or both teams are coming off a loss right now, but I'm still repping hard because it's still optimistic. New Orleans had a really good first three quarters coming into the game, and it all kind of fell apart for them in the fourth, letting Green Bay score the last 18. Can't wait to talk about it, but I think we're gonna have a redemption today and get things back on the bright side. So still big Who Dat. Hopefully we eat this W.
I agree with you, my boy. And you're right, man. We can bounce back. Either go two ways. We can go 2-2, or we can go 3-1. So hopefully, man, we can get that 3-1. I know that the Falcons are losing right now, so they'll probably drop, in the rankings with us in the conference, and we could push on that number one spot to take that number one spot. So we do have the Buccaneers today, y'all, in about 50 minutes here or so. So, man, it's going to be a showdown in the Caesars Superdome. It's always a showdown when we play them. I guess you could say a new rivalry that done built up between us these past few years, whatever. But I'm gonna go off of other host fantasy names. Suck if you Bucks today, cause hey, it's Who Dat Nation, babe, and we coming big, we coming for a dub. Hey, we coming for that number one spot in the conference, man. But
I mean, our best player, for lack of better words, owns their best player. Up in everything that we've seen up until this point. That's one reason to be optimistic about this week. Also, I think Carolina's going into a matchup that they're going to also lose. And we just spoke about Atlanta getting the early morning game and taking the L in that one. So if we can go ahead and separate ourselves this week and get a win in a week where a lot of the other teams in our division don't seem to have, optimistic outlook, things can be good. And we can kind of wash everything that happened last week. You know what I mean?
For sure. And we are going to talk about that with y'all shortly in a minute, y'all. But before we do, if y'all heard Kid Timmy D's song at the beginning of the intro video, go check him out at Kid Timmy D. On his YouTube is Kid Timmy D 37. So again, Kid Timmy D, YouTube Kid Timmy D 37. Go check him out for more fire content on the music, and you will not be disappointed with Kid Timmy D's music. And then also we have Dre Love, man. Y'all gonna hear him on our sponsors video, outro video. Y'all gonna hear him, man. He also has more work on his YouTube at Make It Lovely Live, and his Instagram is at Dre Love for real. So hey, y'all go check Dre Love out too for more fire music hit on his way. And then of course you got Commodity Brand. My boy, our host Jay Floyd's brand his website is commoditybrand.myshopify.com. So y'all can check him out on Instagram also at Commodity Brand.
Sure. Tap in. It's something that everybody can like, all ages. all genders, all creeds. So, yep, tap in.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then before we get started with the show, we got our sponsors video. So y'all check our sponsors video out for who's sponsoring Who That TV. Who That TV is sponsored by Buneenies. If you haven't got you a nice beanie from Buneenies, go to www.buneenies.com. They have all type of colors on there from red, cream, black, orange, baby blue, yellow, pink, and they also have kid sizes on there also. You can check the story of Buneenies on the website, and also the money is going into a good cause, so you can check the cause on the website also. Shout out Buneenies. Who That TV is also sponsored by MKE Drip or Drown. London can get his hands on almost anything. His Instagram is drip_or_drown_MKE. And as you can see on his page, hey, he don't miss. So hey, hit him up and get your feet right for a nice price.
Make it make sense, you gotta make it make sense, make it make sense, make it make sense.
Also sponsoring Who That TV is KBN and Candles. She can make your own customized cups, quilts, stickers, and she also has plenty of candles in stock, from masculine to seasonal candles. You can get it all. All you gotta do is check out her Instagram at KBN and Candles. Her TikTok is KBN Crafts and Candles, and her website is www.kbnandcandles.com. So big shout out to all of our sponsors for Who That TV, and we enjoy working with y'all for sure. But man, hey, we here, man. We in what, week 4?
Just like that, right? A month.
Just like
football.
that. Quick,
Crazy.
quick. I know we haven't been on here with y'all consistently like we should have been. Y'all been having a lot going on. Had my wedding
Life.
week. Next week after that, had the honeymoon. So Mexico, if you haven't went on a cruise, man, I advise y'all to go on a cruise, man. It's an experience that you will enjoy.
It's hard to come back to real life, ain't it, bro?
It's hard, man. You come back to real life. But I did miss, I ain't gonna lie, I did miss the land after, about day 3 or 4. I was kind of, getting a little homesick with the, trying to get off that water. But me and my wife, me and my wife had a good time, and we enjoyed ourselves for sure. But hey, that's all. Everything's done. It's nipped in the shell. We here, man. We back every week with y'all. So man, let's talk about it. Got to talk about it because we didn't talk about it, Floyd. Our reason we lost against the Packers in week 3 in a tough nail biter, came down to the end. In my eyes, we balled the whole game, bro.
Yeah.
Defense was lights out. We had a Debo missing on the cornerback 2 spot. We had Marcus May for the
playing our best game.
Playing a great football, man. Alontae Taylor comes down. He holds the fort down, man. Yeadham even had 5 pass breakups that game. So he came down. He held his own, regardless to what happened at the end of the game, But other than that, man, we came down and we lost that game at the end. So it is what it is. It was a nail biter. It is what it is. But hey, we passed that and we on to the next week, man. What was your reasons that you think we lost this game, Floyd?
It was super unfortunate. And there are maybe 3 blatant reasons I can point out. One would be time management, being that we scored the first 17 points of the game, regardless of what took place with injury or anything like that, or any players being removed from the game. When you score the first team, you can kind of subside the opposition's chances of even coming back with proper time management, and it didn't seem like we had any. I feel like there were 1 or 2 too many dropbacks once Jameis got into the game. I feel like you should just run the football, throw screens, let your defense vet it out for you. So I will point to time management. the most obvious would be the O-line play or lack thereof. And those guys know that as a unit they haven't been performing well and playing well, and that coming into this week that there was a week of practice, there was a direct focus on fixing whatever is going on, whether it's people having to move, slide it in, slide it out. So whoever's under on the depth chart, maybe having to get a start or two, but whatever they have to do, they're going to figure it out. And so I think we'll patch that up. But that was the most blazing loss in the Packers. That the O-line just didn't protect well enough, and Derek Carr even spoke to feeling like he held the ball a little bit too long on the play where he had gotten injured. But if you count Mississippi's, he was probably at like 3. So It's not like he was back there for 7 seconds and then sustained an injury. The O-line just had subpar level play. And honestly, we've been winning with the subpar level play from the O-line. But it just all kind of broke the camel's back in week 3 and was the reason why we lost against Green Bay.
And it's kind of unfortunate because we were preaching about starting fast, and we haven't been starting fast, and we've been real slow. Then we'll have to make a big play to get the dub, with a deep ball to Rashid Shaheed or a big catch by Chris Olave. But I feel like the reasons, like you said, is the O-line. Point blank period. The O-line needs to be fixed. I seen they brought a couple people in Thursday for tryouts for the O-line. I don't know if that was like a scare tactic trying to get our O-line right. Like, hey, we can replace y'all easily if y'all don't get stuff together, or what the case may be. But the Saints organization knows it. The fans know it. Man, they know it's the O-line that needs to be fixed. The receivers have been lights out. I agree with you on Derek Carr. He has been holding the ball a little too long, but it might be maybe not as comfortable as he should be in the pocket. You know what I mean? He's back there. He's trying to he ain't comfortable from that blind side for sure. So we definitely need to get that fixed this week. I have nothing on the defense, man. Yeah, they blew the game the last minute or whatever in the fourth quarter, but as a defensive player, Floyd, the defense staying out on our field 24/7, man, it's gonna eventually, you're gonna eventually wear down. You're gonna eventually give up some points. That's just what it is.
The dam eventually breaks. The more snaps you take, the dam eventually breaks, and the water and floodgates kind of come crashing in.
Exactly. So, man, we get that fixed. I don't care if it's DC back there today or if it's Jameis Winston back there today.
Talk about
that,
it. Right?
That O-line get fixed, man. We gonna be all right. Point blank, period, man.
Absolutely.
Period.
And this is the last thing I'm gonna bring up on the Green Bay on week 3. I remember the last episode we came in. I was mentioning, yes, we're 2-0. Yes, we're undefeated. Yes, we're looking like a NFC contender, like championship contender. But I don't think Derek Carr can sustain and play 17 games. I remember saying this verbally, word for word, the way the O-line has been playing. And sure enough, the fourth possession we had gotten, or maybe the fourth or fifth time we'd gotten the football, we sustained an injury. And it's really frustrating because we were rolling. We were probably playing our best football to date at the time when the injury sustained, even with subpar O-line play. And we outplayed them in every facet of the game other than protection. And that's the reason why we lost the game. They protected Jordan Love better than we could protect Derek Carr, but we played better on defense. Sans the last 6 minutes of the game, we played better on special teams, and just putting a complete ball game and game plan together. Hats off to Dennis Allen for preparation coming into the game, but I don't think he showed enough. He wasn't able to call an audible off of the game plan and kind of threw Jameis into Derek Carr's role, which, as good as Jameis, can be at times, they're just two completely different quarterbacks. And so once the O-line breaks down and you lose Derek Carr, it's like you lose the game. And there was like so much time left to have been played to continue winning that game, but we weren't able to get it done.
And I was just about to speak on that too, Floyd, man. DC went down and it's like all hell broke loose, man. Like everything just started going wrong. Everything that could go wrong was going wrong. And like I said, man, we still playing good defense up to the, still giving up 18, but they still, playing good defense down the line, down the stretch. And Jameis came in and he didn't do bad, man. I seen a lot of slander on Jameis.
Right.
But he didn't do as bad as what he could have did. He could have easily threw 3 picks, on the 3-4 possessions that he did have. So he didn't do that. He missed some. He missed some, but at the end of the day, he got us down the field, put us in a position to win, and Blake Groupie comes down and he misses that field goal. What you think? Too much on a rookie? Too much on a rookie for a big moment? Like
just a little bit. Yeah, I think we kind of approached that last possession like, let's just get the field goal, going into before the first snap of that possession, whereas we probably could have put pressure on that defense to keep us out of the end zone, or even maybe that would have gotten us closer and made the Blake Groupie game winner more of a chip shot, even though I know it wasn't super far. But yeah, just a little bit too much on Blake Groupie. He's played really well up into this, and if that's his only miss or one of his only misses, knock on wood, this whole entire football season, I'm okay with it. It's bright lights. You're in Lambeau. It's just a lot going on and a lot to expect from a guy in his 3rd week of professional football. I think he'll continue to play well moving forward. I got faith in Blake Groupie and that defense. So like you kind of alluded to, as long as we can get what we need out of quarterback play and protection for that quarterback, this team can still go far. Especially with the reemergence of Alvin Kamara, number 41, in your programs and number 1 in your heart. You know what I mean?
He is back in the building for the New Orleans Saints versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Caesars Superdome. Floyd, this is huge having him back. Real huge. I feel like bringing AK back in this game opens up a lot more, man. Now you got to worry about the check down to AK. Now you got to worry, then how you going to defend the 2 outside on Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and Mike Thomas? Like, so that's going to be huge to look out for. Play calling is going to be very, very huge. I feel like we need to go to a lot more motions, a lot more screens this game. Let's get AK opened up.
Single him up.
If we don't have the screens, man, let's get AK on the streak going down the field and probably hit for something big down the field. So that is going to be huge having him back. But the main key is still that O-line, man. You got a great defense with Devin White on the other side of the ball. You got Dean over there. You got Carlton Day. You got a lot over there that we got to worry about. So getting that fixed, coming out and performing how we can perform, starting off fast, how we started off against the Packers, but also finishing fast too.
Staying in it.
That's keys. That's keys, man. So.
And I think we'll have a good opportunity to do so. What's a little bit unfortunate and kind of troubling for me is, and I still feel like Devin White will have his hands full because he'll be singled up with 41 a lot of times. But I wish we were returning Alvin Kamara on a week against an opponent that wasn't so familiar, being that those guys on that defense understand how we want to operate as a Saints offense because we've been that way for maybe the last 3 years. They understand the capabilities of the players on this team, specifically speaking to offense. So that defense actually matches up pretty well against us and usually ends up being those low scoring grudge match kind of outs in which I wish this were more of a shootout, wide open kind of game so that Alvin Kamara could kind of get his sea legs back under him. But I still think this will be a premier returning matchup for Alvin Kamara, being that he's used to us having one premier high-level wide receiver, whereas right now we have about 2.5. Going on 3 if Rashid Shaheed can continue playing the way he's been playing, which is lights out. Like, I don't think any of us could have expected what he's been doing, just short of getting in the end zone. So Yeah, sky's the limit for this offense. I wish it were against a team that were less familiar, not more, so that Alvin Kamara could really do his Diddy Bop. But I think they're still going to do their Diddy Bop as an offense altogether, especially being that Derek Carr is going to get the start. Going into this whole week, that was kind of the question mark, and now we've got that question answered with how he practiced on Friday and how he's warmed up so far. Word's already out. He's going to play. He's going to start.
That's what I'm hearing too, Floyd. He had light practice Thursday, I want to say. Then they said Friday they seen him actually out there throwing footballs and moving around like nothing's even wrong with him. So I watched his interview. He's talking great. He's talking like if he says he's not gonna do nothing that's gonna hurt the team. You know, if he feels like he can perform and come out there and win the game, he's gonna be out there. If not, then James can take the starting role. And out of Derek Carr's mouth alone, Jameis Winston is a starter in this league, which whether people like it or don't like it, you know, he is. You know, he showed that he started games, he won games, and he also lost games. So it can go to a coin toss with Jameis, but I mean, he shows that you can come out there and win a game with Jameis Winston, man.
Yeah.
So he also has a lot more targets to go to this time too, man. He didn't have Mike Thomas, which is huge. You know, so Chris Olave is trending in the right direction. Rashid Shaheed is trending in the right direction. And then you get back AK. So not to mention Kendra Miller, probably like the boom and zoom what we had with Mark Ingram and AK. I feel like you can mix that in with Kendra Miller with AK too. But at the same time, Kendra Miller also got some speed, baby. He can get up. He can go. So it's going to be a showdown, man. It's going to be a showdown right here in the Caesars Superdome, and I can't wait, man. What's your key to victory for the Saints?
That's a huge one for me. I think my key to victory is I feel as though if I see a New Orleans Saints wide receiver catch a touchdown, not a first down, not a 60-yard bomb, a touchdown, then I feel like we win this game, almost bar none. If we catch multiple touchdowns at the wide receiver position, not the tight end position, not the running back position, but the wide receiver, if we catch multiple, then I really feel like we're going to run away with the football game. So that would be my big thing. I know what I'm getting with Alvin Kamara. We're going to get 60-plus rush yards. We're going to get 35-plus receiving yards, possibly a touchdown here or there. So I feel a little bit more confident in the running game, which is going to be elevated from what it has been up until this point. And so I think that will help the passing game take another step, which is actually getting these high-level premier receivers we got catching more touchdowns and kind of running that stat up as much as they are receptions and yards.
I agree. O-line, I'm going to keep preaching on the O-line. Have to block. I don't care who's your quarterback. You have to block in this game. So that's going to be major, key to victory for the Saints. And also, man, like I said, starting fast and ending fast. We showed last week, I'm pretty sure they got humbled off that game, that we can easily drop the ball, man, just because don't get too comfortable.
Stop playing.
Don't get too comfortable. And then play calling, man. You go back, Floyd, what you said earlier, you felt like we should have ran the ball when DC went out and ran the timeout.
Eat the clock just a little
bit, man. Just a little bit, man. We have to keep going to the air now. Like, so eat the clock just a little bit, run that timeout if we do have a lead, and let's secure the bag. Like Kid Timmy Z say, let's secure the bag, man.
Yes,
let's get the dub, man. Bring the dub home. So
I want to throw one, my bad to cut you off. Just one other tidbit. Just throwing in would be I feel like we kind of have to force a turnover or two in this game.
I agree.
That's the next step I would feel like for what the defense has been doing. They've been playing lights out. Excuse me. They've been getting off of the field often, but when you have somewhat of I don't want to call it a lackluster offense, but an offense that's just figuring things out, dealing with injuries and things like that, where if the team you're going against scores even 19 points, 18 points, they're going to get the win. Every snap, kind of matters just that much more. And so I think takeaways rather than, punts received will help us trend more into that direction of being dominant. So that's just another key to victory for us is if we take the ball away once or twice in this game, screw the receivers catching a touchdown. I really think we would win the game. And that's just the one thing this defense hasn't really been showing is the takeaways. We've gotten a few, but
got way more than we had last year.
Yes.
Past few weeks.
In 3 weeks. Nah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So we got Cody in here. What's up, my boy Cody? He said, are we starting Winston?
No.
Right now it's looking
Might
like
see him play.
Yeah, right now it looks like we're starting Derek Carr. Excuse me, he's been trending in the right direction with the ACL sprain that he suffered against the Packers. So right now, man, it's looking like Derek Carr is going to get that starting role.
Yeah, shot to the shoulder. He's good to go.
He's good to go.
That's all that is. A good shot.
But I like you brought that up, Floyd. For the key to victory is takeaways. We definitely got to force Baker Mayfield to turn that ball over. Don't let Baker Mayfield get comfortable like he did last year when he played for the Panthers, man. For people forget, he went out there and beat us with the Carolina Panthers, man. Talking to Baker Mayfield. So don't let Baker Mayfield get warmed up. Don't let him run on us like he did last year. That's a big one too. So it's major, man. It's major. This is a major game. A conference game is always huge. We need this. We need this like today.
Yeah, it would today separate us. I really feel like every other team, being that we're playing a division opponent, so the other two teams, well, Atlanta already lost. So really, I'm just speaking to Carolina. I think it's going to come up with an L this week. And so I spoke to it in the group chat that last week was really a week where we could have and should have separated ourselves because everyone else didn't have a successful week. And so this is another opportunity to do that. And we really, really need to start doing that so that we're not in a 2-way, 3-way tie, as we're nearing the end of the season and really having to play and fight for our lives, being that we might be dealing with any injury. So this is the week. It's a really, really important game and a lot more of an important or a game with a lot more importance than I ever would have thought it would have had come into this season because I didn't expect Tampa Bay to be as good as they've been. So right now we've got a tied record and I think no, we don't have a tied division record. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
We have it with the Bucks. I know Carolina, they dropped a few, and then Falcons, they're looking like they're going down right now. So it's looking right now is us and the Bucks to see who's going to jump on that number one in the conference. And we definitely need this under our belt for sure.
Oh yeah. Let's get this one out the way.
Yeah, we know it as fans. They know it as players. They know it as coaches. We know it as a whole organization that this is huge right here.
It's a big game. Yeah. And not like that they're the best team in the world and we just got to go be world beaters, but it's a big, important game.
Oh, yeah. Especially for our conference and our division as a whole. Matchups, man. We talk about matchups in this game. What's the key matchup of the day, man? I know where you might go, but I'm gonna go a whole different direction. What your key matchup of the game?
You know me, you know where I'm going. I was a feisty cornerback myself. I want my get back for number 23, bro. If I was in that stadium, there's no telling what I would do when I see number 13 because that's how bad I want my get back. You know what I mean? And so to answer your question, Cody. I hope not, and I really want to see them play 4 quarters, clean football, go at each other's throats, but do it during the whistle and in between the white lines.
Yeah.
But if it does happen, it wouldn't surprise me because there's going to be some chirping, and that's my matchup, to be honest. I feel like if Marshawn Lattimore, knock on wood, I shouldn't even say this one first, but if he loses that matchup, I don't see a huge path for us winning this football game, being that this Tampa Bay offense has been heavily reliant on Baker Mayfield feeding the ball to number 13. So the more Evans gets targeted and it's unsuccessful, I think that's that does astronomical wonders for what this defense can be on this week or really here in a few minutes. So that's where I'm going with it. And man, I hope he gets put in clamps, bro.
Hey, Carmen, you right, man. Marshawn Lattimore has him like this week every time we play him, man. So hopefully he stays in that direction and keeps him on the clamps. But hey, man, I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna go on the other end. I'm gonna go Godwin and Alante. Go Godwin and Alante. I want to see Alante Taylor lock up Godwin and have a week like he had last week. Because man, Alante was lights out. They commentators even saying it on television. Floyd, hey, I don't know why they keep going there. Lattimore, he's just locked down over there. Like
he's jumping off the tape, man. He's really stepping into his own in that slot.
And he's doing a lot. You know, you're asking Lattimore to come from slide back to cornerback, back to slot. Man, if anybody knows, that's two different positions. Yeah, you got common similarities in stopping the pass, but you also got to worry about run too, the run game. So walking him down in that nickel, man, that's huge. But now it's looking like he's going to be cornerback too, with a Debo being out for the second straight week.
Correct.
So we're definitely looking for Alante to keep doing what he's doing. And like you mentioned, Floyd, for Marshawn Lattimore to keep rocking little Mike Evans asleep, man, rocking him to sleep. So
handcuffs, man, handcuffs, and it's really important because they haven't had much of a run game. So the games that they have won, they've done it behind Baker Mayfield's arm, you know. So hats off to him. Yeah. I hate to see it, but I got respect for it because that's something that I did not expect coming into this season, and they've kind of proved some people wrong. So it's important for us to get this first matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucs and go for the season sweep, and really avoid any late season ties in any kind of way.
Yeah, because we know winning that conference is huge, man. You need to win your conference, and then you know, of course, next step is winning that division, and then taking that number one spot to have the bye in round one of the playoffs or whatever. But hey, man, who's to tell? He said, "Hey, Floyd, Sean gonna be strapping him this week?" Question mark.
You talking about the fantasy league group chat that we were in?
Okay.
Hey, yo, because I had to hit him with that. Last week he was talking about strapping up. I said, "Hey, yo, strapping him up is crazy. That's crazy." Hey, yo. Seatbelt or something. We're gonna call it something other than a strap.
Yeah, put him with the seatbelt. Yeah, you're right. Man, but
this jokes.
The injury report. Got the injury report between the Saints and the Bucs right here, y'all. Right now it's looking. We got Jordan Howen. He did not practice.
That hurts.
That hurt a lot due to a finger injury, y'all. Injury.
He was about to get his first start, man.
Yeah, man. So we was looking for him to start, and then now it's looking like Lonnie Johnson's gonna take over that role, huh? So, yeah, we have Lonnie Johnson right there, and then we also have Derek Carr with his right shoulder. Of course, he did not practice Wednesday, and excuse me, y'all, was wrong earlier. He did not practice Thursday, but he had a light practice Friday. So, then we have Cesar Ruiz out for the concussion. He didn't practice at all this week. And then Paulson Oladipo, of course, did not practice. He's out due to a hamstring injury. Hamstring injuries is real hard to recover from, man. But it'll take a few weeks, and hopefully we'll see Oladipo back out there doing what he does. And then Foster Monroe is out due to an ankle injury, or he's questionable. Excuse me. So he did not practice Wednesday. He had a light practice Thursday, and he's questionable. And then on the Buccaneers part, man, you're looking at a lot. You got Carlton Davis with a toe injury. You got Jamal Dean with a neck and shoulder injury. Vita, I call him Double V. He did not practice, he had a light practice Friday, so he is questionable. And then Devon White, he had a light practice, and he's also questionable. But I'm pretty sure we'll see both of them performing today.
Playing. So, yep. And that's important. They're pretty injury prone back there in the secondary, specifically the cornerback position. I point at Kaja Cansey right there, Sal.
I see it.
That's a huge one right there. I was someone who we were hoping to see a Saint.
You're right.
Their interior D-line and their cornerback position is really, really depleted right now and dealing with some injury. And this is just a little tidbit on Vita V. Did you know they running back in high school? Can you imagine trying to tackle that dude? Yes.
I didn't know that. Look,
Yes. And he said he was only like 20,
crazy.
maybe 10 pounds lighter than he is today. Played running back. That's how he got recruited. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Just was a straight up
tight.
running back.
Imagine him playing running back right now as we
off
speak.
his size.
Send him on a dive through the middle, huh?
Try to tackle that dude, man.
For real, it's like trying to tackle Big Mill back in high school, huh?
Don't remind me. Got nightmares to this day.
But that is the injury report for the Saints versus Bucks, y'all. And of course, I know all Saints fans want to know about Derek Carr. Like we mentioned early, it's looking like he will play, y'all, in this game.
He's a go.
He's a go as far as we know for right now. Could change right at the time, but I'm pretty sure it's not. And the NFC outlook now, y'all. So, like I said, we just dropped the bag. We could be 3-0, looking to be 4-0, but we are
leading the division.
We living with reality. Yeah, we living with that. So, hey, whatever. We 2-1. The Bucks, they're also 2-1. So one of us got to go 2-2, and one of us got to go 3-1. And the Panthers, of course, are at the bottom of the list. Have they won a game all year? Let me go check on that.
They didn't win the opener.
Yeah,
they didn't win against us.
So they're 0-3, and they have the Vikings today, who is also 0-3. So they will be playing at Saints o'clock too.
I got them going 0-4.
So hey, the division is totally flip-flop from last year as of right now in week 4. Like I said, this is huge for us today, and we definitely need this one to get at the top and keep it going. Keep it going, y'all. So
yeah, I think this is the week where we separate ourselves. Last week would have been an awesome week to do so, being that we also have a division matchup this week. And shoot, man, we played well enough. I'm gonna get off it eventually, but we played well enough to be 3-0. Yeah. And some things just fell apart. So it's frustrating, but I think that it could be a positive. Every now and then it is good to be reminded that you're not invincible and that, you get what you earn. You don't get what you deserve or what you just think you deserve. So you just get it. You get what you earn. So I think now the players kind of know that they have to approach every game with a, fly or die mentality. Whereas like, if I don't make my play here, if I don't plug my gap here, regardless of how good I am, regardless of how good these other 10 guys on the field are, we won't win. So I have to do my job. And I think they approached last week, I think even after we maybe gotten up 2 scores, kind of felt like a highlight mentality. We're like, shoot, we up. We just going to show the world how good we are. And I think they kind of forgot about the scoreboard up there, coaches included. And so I think now, having been reminded and coming off a week where we got punched in the mouth and could have played well enough to win but didn't, I think that it's a good reminder to kind of wake us up and give Tampa Bay a haymaker, set the season back on the right course.
I agree. Get Cam Jordan to Baker Mayfield. Don't let them get comfortable out there to take advantage of our mismatches that we are looking at. And we really don't have no I'm not saying mismatches. I should say like they're not in there as far as been with them experience on the starting, row. You got we're down to our third string safety right now. So in our second stream cornerback, we had to take Alante out of that nickel and put him over there. So when we get all them guys back healthy, man, we gonna still be rolling like we rolling. But regardless, we're still rolling with the defense we have now. So I don't see them letting up this game. I do see us winning this game, of course, at the Caesars Superdome, but it's just for them to go out and perform and execute. That's all it is at the end of the day.
Got to do it. Put it together.
Got to do it today, right now. Let's get it. Go 3-1 today. So, man, that's the Saints. We're going to look into that and really here in a few minutes, y'all. Got about 13 minutes or so, 14 minutes. We're going to be game time. Yeah, kicking off. So Before that, though, we're gonna get into the NFL schedule for Week 4, of course, and they got a lot of games. So we got one that just went down today. The Falcons and the Jaguars went down in London, and the Jaguars did take that game 23-7 in London. And then that Thursday game prior to this game, Thursday night football, we had the Lions get our revenge for us against the Packers. And the Packers went down too. So you love to see that for the NFC.
I'm spiteful. I love it.
Yes, for the NFC division. And I call it Saints o'clock because Saints are always playing at 12 o'clock. But at 12 o'clock, we got the Rams and the Colts. Oh, my boy got it up here for me. I was on a whole nother list. So we got the Dolphins and the Bills right here. Dolphins and the Bills. Who you think gonna take this one right here, man? Dolphins been rolling red hot. They scored a 70 ball, 3 shot from the NFL record last week.
Bruh, 8 touchdowns from 2 players. And none of them were quarterback. Bruh.
Yeah, that's wild. I know Raheem Mostert went off of me. He had me like 45 fantasy points, but I still took that L. Still took that L, but I don't know, man. Do the red hot Dolphins stop right here against the Bills, or do the Bills? Think they keep rolling?
I think Miami's gonna win, man. And this is a division matchup, so I took the under earlier. It was at 50.5 points total when I took it, so I know that's ambitious for me, but I think these teams are familiar enough with each other to not allow 70 points be put up, or really even 40 points be put up by either one of these offenses, even though they're very capable of doing so. So, no, not much of a shootout, but I still think Miami has too much for Buffalo. So I'll take them. I'll take those receivers over a lot of teams really right now.
Especially how they performing right now. It's hard to go against them right now, how they've been performing, man. And then especially coming off of, like I said, scoring 70 points in a game is just crazy to me. That blows my mind.
Stupid.
But I don't think they're going to score another 70 now in this game. Don't get me wrong, against the Bills defense. But it's also looking like DeMar Hamlin, they said, might be getting he may be coming. Yeah, that's starting.
Yeah, he's active and he might be starting.
So first game, him back from the injury. So hey, I'm glad to have him back on the field from that scary injury for sure.
And they loaded at safety. They got Poyer. The other kid, I can't think of his name. He's a Pro Bowler too. So, but they do kind of live in that five defensive backs on the field and 2 linebackers at almost all times. It's a unique defense, and yeah, we'll see. But I don't know. Still Miami.
I'll go Miami with you. We got Ravens at the Browns. Who you got on this one? Both 2-1 teams right here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Deshaun Watson's hurt or what happened, but the guy who I thought should have won the starting job out of training camp is actually getting his first start, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, this week. So it's a rookie. It's your first start. I think he'll play well, but not well enough to beat Lamar and Zay Flowers and Odell and those guys. So
Cody said,
give me Baltimore, maybe by like 9.
Okay. I'm going to go Baltimore with you. I agree with you on that one.
Watson's out. Okay. Appreciate it, Cody.
Broncos at the Bears. Both 0-3 teams.
Ugly game.
That's an ugly game right there, bro.
You know what?
Somebody got to get a dub, though.
I'm praying on Sean downfall. You heard me? You should have came back to where it was good at. You went over there. You try to take all our players too. I don't really like that.
I don't like that.
And you losing with them. I definitely don't really like that. So give me Justin Fields getting his first win. Yeah. Give me Chicago.
Okay. I'm gonna go Chicago. I'm with you. We need the Broncos to lose. I want to say due to something with the draft. I think about they pick or something coming up in this next year's draft. So we need the Broncos to keep losing. For sure. What was the whole scheme though, Floyd? What we told Sean? Go to the Broncos and just lose every game.
There and tank. Yeah, we need a top 5 pick, brother. Yeah.
Sean, like I'll do it and then go back to the broadcast.
I'll do it and go sit down. Yeah, they gonna pay me anyway.
That's wild to see though, man. I didn't at least expect them to win one game. That's crazy. 0-3.
It's a tough roster. That's not really a great roster he put together. So
yeah. That's why he's trying to take all the Saints players, huh?
Hey,
Steelers at the Texans. 2-1 team against a 1-2 team.
CJ Stroud is playing a lot better after week 1. Those last 2 weeks, still don't feel like it's enough to go out there and beat Minka Fitzpatrick, TJ Watt. I could keep going. They got 7 or 6 dogs on that defense.
Steel City.
That's just it's just too much. So you're in Houston, you're at home. But I think it'll be a Watt show. I think TJ Watt's gonna ball.
Oh yeah, he gonna get to that. He gonna get to the rookie.
Yeah, two or more times.
Exactly. Rams, a 1-2 team against the Colts at their house, 2-1.
Give me LA, and I think LA is not favored. I actually think I took that in Vegas also. But yeah, Puka Nacua is balling. That offense is doing things. They can't really stop anybody, but I don't see the Indianapolis Colts offense being an offense that they can't really stop.
I wonder if Anthony Richardson back for that game with the Colts.
So he's still dealing with concussion. Per my fantasy updates, he's still in concussion protocol.
Okay.
So I don't think he'll play.
Of course, we already know we rolling with this next game.
Oh no, he's playing.
Who that? He's starting. Okay, so I'm gonna take the Colts in that game.
Okay.
Coming back. Buccaneers and Saints. We know where we're going with that. It's who that all day, every day. Commanders at the Eagles. It's gonna be a good one. 2-1 against a 3-0 team.
It is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a shootout.
Revenge game for the Eagles too. Remember last year they gave them their first loss of the season when they was red hot. So they walking into Philly though, man. That's a tough environment, bro. Give me Philly. 4-0.
That's rough. Yeah, it's in Philly. It's a little bit earlier in the day. I think if this was a primetime matchup later in the day, you get to feel better about yourself if you're Washington. Before you go out for the kickoff, I think they would be closer of a game. Actually, I think it still will be like a 6.9, maybe 7-point differential. So it won't be a huge blowout. But give me Philly going 4-0, which is hard to do in this league.
Yes, man. They've been rolling since all the way from last year. They've been rolling. I mean, we got a quarterback like Jalen Hurts and Swift coming in, and the receivers they got, the receiver core, so and just defense and the whole team in general. They're a solid team. Bengals at the Titans, both 1-2 teams.
Man, I want to go with Joey and them boys, but I don't know. They just haven't really shown the explosiveness we're used to seeing.
They haven't, man.
And maybe I don't know. It's a plethora of things, which could be spanning from the departure of Lyle Collins, who I kind of hope is a New Orleans Saint here soon. Maybe in a couple weeks. Don't got to be too early. But they lost their left tackle, and things just kind of haven't been the same since. So this is one of the rare times you'll see me go against the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the Tennessee Titans will go 2-2 and kind of have Cincy with a rough start to this season.
I'm with you on that. I think the Bengals eventually are going to bounce back. I just don't see it happening right now. Maybe within the next 2 weeks, but I don't see it happening right now. Vikings at the Panthers. Somebody got to win. Both
soda. Give me soda.
Give me Vikings all day. We got to go against the conference opponents. So.
And it's NFLSU too with Big J Jets. Hey man, soda.
Let's go, man. Let's go, Justin Jefferson. Speaking of Justin Jefferson, man, you seen him comment Derek Carr and said NOLA ? I don't know where he was going with that, man, but hey, don't be getting me all rowdied up, man. As a Saints fan,
you see, I hit the side eye real quick, and I'm paying attention. He can hit me with the. You hear me? Hey, man, look, bro. I would love to see that.
It ain't like we need them because our receiver core is crazy, but it's just adding them with what's that gonna hurt? Like that's gonna just
honestly, that would make us up there with the crazy Cowboys right now.
he's not happy over there either, man. You look at him this whole year, he has not been happy over there with the Vikings. So some off the field issues is going on in that locker room.
Yeah, that's 2 straight weeks of him going in the press and speaking to like, hey, I ain't gonna play for a loser. Like I ain't gonna be here and be losing like that. Like talking about so they can do what they gotta do, or I can play my contract out and see my way out or be traded, whatever it has to be. But he's spoken to that twice now. I think back-to-back weeks, or maybe that was week 1 and then after week 3. But he's not happy, and a New Orleans Saint or just a New Orleans reunion or homecoming will be dope.
Oh yeah. Raiders at the Chargers, both 1-2 teams right here. This is gonna be I feel like a shootout. It always is with the Raiders and Chargers, man.
Yeah, and so Austin O'Connell is gonna get the start for the Raiders. He is one of the rookie quarterbacks who played the absolute best in preseason. It was like him and well, I don't think Will Greer is a rookie, but he and Will Greer like lit it up every time they got on the field in preseason. And so with Jimmy Garoppolo going down, he's going to be the one getting this start. I'm leery always on picking any rookie quarterback and getting their very first start as a win. So give me the Chargers. But that Vegas team is going to start looking better than what they've looked in the first 3 weeks, in my opinion. They're going to start playing better.
Patriots at the Cowboys. A 1-2 team against a 2-1. Yeah, Dallas has been rolling.
I don't think they dropped 2 in a row. And you drop a pick-me game against Arizona.
Yeah.
So they'll come out with some fire in their bellies and do what needs to be done in Dallas.
Cardinals at the 49ers. 49ers still undefeated over there.
4-0.
4-0, man. Keep it rolling. I agree. Chiefs at the Jets. 2-1 team, 2-1-2 team.
So this was supposed to have been a primetime matchup. It was supposed to have been Aaron Rodgers versus the young gun, Patrick Mahomes. And I think with all the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift news going on, I'm not saying everyone pays attention to that junk, but I just think there's a whole lot of hoopla going on around Kansas City. And so they were going into a matchup where you're thinking like, we got to play our best to beat the Jets because they got Rodgers. Now he's not there. So we just got to kind of just show up and be the Chiefs and we'll beat them. I still think they'll get the win. So give me Kansas City, but maybe by like 4, you know what I mean? It ain't going to, I don't know.
Just got a lot going on, man. I'm seeing a lot of, man, you got the players hollering at the coaches in their face on the sideline. You got players throwing the helmets on the jet. It's just crazy right now. A-Rod went down, and it's like what we just happened last week. Derek Carr went down, and all hell breaks loose, man.
Yep.
So, Jets definitely got to shake back. I feel like they will, though, Floyd. I agree with you, but I don't see it's enough to beat the Kansas City
That's
Chiefs.
the thing. They'll play. I think they'll play good and just lose. I mean, it's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So give me KC. Even if Kansas City doesn't play great, they still win.
And then on Monday Night Football, you got the Seahawks 2-1 against the Giants 1-2.
Unfortunately, Saquon is going to miss this game.
Yep. He's out.
Has he missed 2 games this year already?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm not too sure on that.
Not a great recipe for the Giants. And also, he was trying to get his bread. And, one of the things they kind of alluded to was the scarcity and the non-ability to be available all the time for 26. So I want to see him back out there on the field, but with him not on the field, I can't, even at home, pick them to win against the Seahawks.
I agree with you, Floyd.
I
got Seattle with you. And so we was pretty on board with all the picks this week. And hey, we'll see how we predicted this week to go.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, y'all, we're gonna run through our fantasy football matchups for week 4. I have them right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and share that for y'all.
The Reggie pack, big Reggie pack. Carmen, I'm on your top.
So right now, week 4, I am losing.
You're 1-2. I thought you was 2-1.
Yeah, 1-2 is trying to go ahead.
You got to get the dub. We can't let Greg run the league, man. That's my dog.
hopefully Brock Purdy and I got the whole San Francisco team over here, so hopefully they can do something over here on their end, man, at 325. But other than that,
Greg,
it's
he
not
doing his
looking
thing. I
not
know.
looking bright for. Yeah, he's really over there working, man. 3-0,
Doing his thing.
3-0 over there. You and Carmen's going against each other this year, Floyd, and you are 2-1. Carmen is 1-2, and it's you got a 68% chance of winning right now.
Yeah, if he would have gotten more out of Jared Goff, it would be like 50-50.
Yeah, he's
but
projected
Jared,
18.
Yeah, he played a little bit less than what he was projected to. And so hopefully I can make up that difference and run away with it and go, man, I need this win, man.
Yeah,
I need to stay in the top half of this league.
It's a huge one.
And claim my dominance. You heard me? Big Reggie Pack.
We got Tyrod and Ty Stafford against Bonda. We got, what is he, 2-1 against an 0-3 team, right?
Ain't looking good, Bon.
Ain't looking good, Bon.
You been in a few weeks, boy, where you been?
And we haven't seen Bon on here since. Then we got the Milwaukee Kia Boys, a 1-2 team against Cody Top Notch team, another 1-2 team, and that's pretty neck to neck over there with a 53-47 chance of winning. So we'll see who pulls through in that game for sure. And then you go over here to Joe Baldwin's team is 2-1 against Top Dogs 0-3, and that's another neck to neck game over here, 57-43.
Jordan Love ball for Dunt. Dunt just said everybody on the block for him, so I might put something in. I need McCaffrey on the line.
Got him over here, 18 piece on the bench right over here.
Tough.
So, and then last but not least, you have Do You Blame Me, a 2-1 team against Suck If You Bucks, the other undefeated team in our league.
In the league, boy. Hey, we gotta talk next week. We definitely gotta talk. What's Ken's strategy?
What's this strategy, man?
My dog running.
I ain't
mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Get your
50% chance right here on this game. So hey,
get your dubs, King.
He can win.
50, 50? Ooh, low key. I need Nick to get that dub though. Low key.
We all do.
Yeah,
we all need
that.
We all need Ken to go down this week. But no, y'all, that is our show. Dante said, man, everybody on the block for me.
Everybody. I'm gonna tap in too. I need a little something, a little pick me up.
That is our show, everybody. We do appreciate y'all for tuning in. The Saints is playing right now as we speak, so we are going to go catch this game. Hopefully we can go 3-1, man, after this week, man. Whole lot of who that.
Who that? Let's get this W. Who want to eat a W? I'm gone, man.
Yeah.
Who that?
Who that?